Hello everybody, how's it going? We are nearing the end of July 2022, meaning that I'm going to give you my top 5 favorite fragrances for the month. Now, 2 things to clarify before we continue with this series. The first is that these videos are meant for me to share with you what are my favorite scents that I've been using nonstop and what reigns superior in my eyes over the course of that given month. Now, some people get that confused with these videos being recommendation videos. I am not recommending these fragrances to you. Unless you want to give them a try, sure. But if you're looking for recommendation videos and new fragrance videos, then I have those already. So you can YouTube those type of things. Because some people get confused. You know, they're like, you're talking about the same things. You need to give us something new. You can check those out, the newer videos, if you want to. All right. So to me, these are my favorites. If I'm constantly changing my favorite fragrances every 2 weeks, every month, then that doesn't really mean, to me, that doesn't mean that they were really that great to begin with, you know? So I like seeing something there that has longevity in this series. That's the reason I made this, so I can kind of see, all right, that shit reigns superior for 5 months, for 6 months, for a year. That means that it's something I'm going to want in my collection after the bottle's done. So just a little insight on my end. Second thing, I've been really using only 3 fragrances consistently in my rotation this month, but I'm going to expand this to 5 because, I mean, the whole point is the top 5, you know, so I can't change that to a top 3. So we're going to start at number 5, 5th spot, Light Blue Intense, Dolce & Gabbana. This is the women's bottle, and just a gorgeous fragrance. I have worn this for a grand total of 1 time this month, and it's still on this list because it stands out to me, and kind of like I said, I've only been really using 3 fragrances, but this scent right here is still my favorite summertime fragrance on the standard designer side. Absolutely gorgeous, and don't be fooled, this is not a feminine scent. It's a completely unisex fragrance. It's fresh and sexy, smells like lemon, apple, and musk, and I still get complimented on this fragrance after 8 hours. No, 8 hours after I spray it. That's what I meant to say. Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Intense for women. In the 4th spot, I'm going to give it to Molecule 01. Damn, do I love this scent. It's an ISO-E super fragrance, so it enhances your skin chemistry, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. The type of compliments I get from this fragrance are people telling me I smell clean, I smell fresh. It's a very addictive sort of scent as well. And another kind of fun fact about when I wear this fragrance and I get complimented is I kind of get that eyebrow raise, you know, kind of compliment where they're like, you smell good. You know, it's posed as a question because they don't think I'm wearing a fragrance. It's just kind of weird to compliment somebody that smells good, but they're not wearing anything. You know, they're like, is that your scent? Your hair is dry, so I know you didn't just come out of the shower. Like, why do you smell good? You know what I mean? But yeah, this is a great, great fragrance. It's a smart scent. I wore it when I went out to dinner, I think a week ago, like last week, and I knew I was gonna throw down, you know what I mean? So I wanted a scent that wouldn't be too, like it wouldn't be competing for attention with the food or anything like that. So I knew Molecule 01 would stand down when I wanted to eat. But the second that I stood up to leave and to kind of go outside, this started pushing again. So I really, really do love how this fragrance adapts to different situations. Now, I also love how affordable this scent is in terms of niche fragrances, because typically with niche scents, it's not uncommon for those things to run over $250 at least, right? But this, like $85, $95. I think on the brand's website, it's like $110, which is still like designer price. But again, I'll put the names of the fragrances and discount site. I was gonna say samples. Yeah, no, you know, I'll put samples too. If I can find samples and then discount site links, I'll put all of that in the description so you guys can save yourself some money. And yes, they ship globally. But if you also want to support the channel, I appreciate that. But please buy where you're comfortable, all right? So Molecule 01, 4th place. In 3rd place, we are going with Blue Agave by Precious Liquid. Now we're talking about the top 3 that I've been using nonstop. This is, I say the same explanation for this fragrance over and over and over again, but to me, it's a bullseye type of explanation, all right? It smells like a sexy body shot on the beach. This just smells like summertime. If you are looking for a fragrance that is going to embody amazing memories that you have planned, that you want to make this summer, then Blue Agave is a great one to go for. Now this is, I think it's marketed as a masculine scent, and it does kind of start off a bit masculine, but in the dry down, it smells like super, super unisex. All right, so anybody can wear this one. Just kind of give it some time to breathe. But a simple, straightforward, sexy type of fragrance. That's all there is to it. And let me close my window real fast. Hold on 1 second. My bad, y'all. I do that because sometimes you guys would hear screaming from some of the neighborhood kids, you know what I mean? And you think it's your own kids, but it's not, all right? So I just want to make sure you can't hear that. But yeah, Blue Agave, lovely fragrance. Another interesting thing about this scent, it's gotten me the most compliments from women specifically. If I'm talking about genders, like guys kind of found this one to be okay, but when I wear this around women, they just absolutely love it. So great compliment getter from the ladies. Blue Agave, Precious Liquid. In the second spot, my favorite Raja fragrance of all time, and I don't really see anything replacing this from the brand, at least the ones that I've tried. Nothing is going to sneak up on this one. Elysium. Damn, this fragrance is so nice. It's a fruity scent. It's casual, it's laid back, and this is a beach fragrance, in my opinion, all right? So this is kind of, it's interesting because there's some juniper berry, there's grapefruit in it, but I don't get that sort of smell when I'm wearing it. In fact, somebody told me that I smelled like a really good pineapple when I wore this scent, but not in a Creed Aventus pineapple type of way. In like a delicious fresh pineapple type of way. I know that you're like, wait, isn't Aventus fresh pineapple? It is, but like an edible type of pineapple. You know what I mean? So this thing is just, I cannot sing its praises enough. All right, I already know that when this bottle of Elysium is finished, I will be finding a way to get another bottle of it. I want another one because this scent is so good. Damn. And this one gets me love from everybody. You know how I mentioned with Blue Agave, that one is more like of a lady pleaser. The guys love this. The ladies love this. When I wear this, people just naturally gravitate to it, which is why I say in every video that I mention this, that it's a life of the party type of fragrance. And I say that because when I've worn this scent and I've entered the room, when I go to like parties, when I go to lunches with groups of people and they smell me, they're like, oh my God, you smell so good. What is that? They don't know what it is, but it is something that people are just absolutely drawn to. So it's one of those unique niche fragrances that has that type of mass appeal and that pull in public. You know what I mean? A lot of the times with niche fragrances, they're respected in niche with niche fragrance heads, you know what I mean? But when you take it out to the general public, people could care less about it. But with Elysium, it's the opposite. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is something you wear and you know people are going to want to know what it is. They're going to compliment it, but they're going to have no idea how to get it because they don't know what niche fragrances are. Elysium, Roche Parfums. Only downside, it's not really a downside for me, but people have complained to me about the performance of this scent on their skin. The only people that have complained to me are guys. The girls that have gotten this fragrance have actually loved it. So I don't know. I'm not sure about how many batches and reformulations they've done with this, but I just love it. I love Elysium by Roche Parfums. And I think we all know what my number one is. And I'm going to say it because it's a part of my top 5 video. Salt and Pepper, Precious Liquid is just a standout fragrance for me. I love this fragrance. I love it with Elysium, but honestly, I do love it by itself as well. Like I wore this yesterday and I wore it before I went to kind of do my workout. And then after that, when I was cooling down, I received a compliment from somebody that kind of came in. They're like, you smell nice. I was like, thank you. Thank you very much. So Salt and Pepper is a very simple fragrance. Again, I do not recommend this scent for people looking for a unique, niche, bold, polarizing fragrance. Okay, this is by all means a safe scent. I also don't recommend this fragrance for people looking for compliments from men. If you are looking for a scent that's going to be pleasing to men, do not get this. I only recommend Salt and Pepper if you are trying to get compliments from women. If you plan to talk to, if you hang out with women, you're planning to go clubbing, going to parties and stuff like that, where you're going to be around a lot of girls, then get Salt and Pepper. If you are just going to have like a sausage fest summer, then stay away from it, all right? Because the only complaints I have seen from this fragrance were never in person, but it's in my Instagram DMs coming from, I think it's only been 3 people. And then also a couple YouTube comments that are like, yeah, Salt and Pepper, I didn't like it. Like, it's not a compliment getter, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, like, what did the girls think about it? And they're like, well, I didn't wear it around, any girls. And it's like, well, how are you calling it not a compliment getter if you're not wearing it around women? You know what I'm saying? Or even like, I didn't want to press and be like, are you wearing it around guys? You know what I mean? But it's kind of like, again, not a scent that's sexy to the masculine nose. So if you're just smelling this in your room and you're a dude, you're not going to be taken with it. Because no lie, the first time that I wore this, the first couple minutes, I didn't care too much about it until it started to dry down. I was like, oh shit, that's sexy. And then later that day when I was around women, they were like, you smell so good. And they were just going nuts about this fragrance. But it's a peppery scent. And there is some salt in it too, a little bit of a salty sort of scent. But it kind of comes and it goes. And then there's ambroxan in the base to kind of give it more of a push. But yeah, I love this. If you could see, the juice is already kind of slowly starting to go. It's slowly going, but oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of, you know what? I'm gonna spray it right now. I miss this. I miss it, but I wore it yesterday. But anyways, that's it. That's my top 5. Again, the names of the fragrances, discount site links, samples, all of that will be in the description in case you guys want to show, I was gonna say show love, but support at the same time. If you want to show some love and support the channel and buy things for a discounted rate, I'd appreciate that. But of course, please buy where you're comfortable, all right? Let me know what your top 5 fragrances of the month have been, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.